All right. Welcome, beautiful people. This is our Soul-Centered Network Marketing Summit. I am your host, Financial Independence and Empowerment Mentor, Amanda Kingsley. And we are here with Stephanie Dodd, intuitive healer, international best-selling author, and speaker. You can learn more about Stephanie in the bio accompanying the video. But because this is what I call a quick burst interview, our intention is to pack a really big punch in a short amount of time. So welcome, Stephanie.
Hi, thank you so much for doing this work, for having me be a part of it. I'm so excited to just dive in and really just hopefully bring a few little sparks of inspiration to those who are watching.
I'm sure you will. I was looking at your website before we got on, and I was like, oh, I just want to dive in here and like swim around. So good. So beautiful. So I hope everyone goes to find your website after, because it's amazing. It just makes me want to sit down and be with you. So good job on that.
Thank you.
But my first question to you, I know you have a really solid foundation in your entrepreneurial journey. Like, you've done a lot. You've worn some different hats. But what attracts me the most to what you do is your experience with parenting support. But what I find most interesting is how you've woven that into like what feels like your current business, but you've really moved into like deeply healing women. So you came from this foundation of supporting mothers, and correct me if I'm wrong on any of this, and now you're moving into like a deeper level, supporting all women, because I think we have that in common, that like piece of the planet comes from women, which the mothering thing is so important. But I think it's also interesting what you're doing. So can you tell us about the shift of working mostly with moms to working with all women?
Yeah, and you know what? I'm also going to be a little bit inclusive and say that there are men that are called to me, even though I represent like
right.
goddess, because it's really about honoring both the feminine and the masculine energy that we all embody. And it's kind of about finding that balance, because for so long, I'll just say society has been like, be masculine, right? Do, push, push, push. And if you want to put on makeup, like, oh, maybe you're not really, you're just hiding something. And I really got into that as a mom, like, well, to be a good mom, I need to like be fully focused on my kids all of the time, wearing my yoga pants, because that's what good moms do.
Moms do. Many pants and yoga pants.
It's complete BS. Now, don't think I don't run out to the store in my jammies and my tees and my hair all a mess, because I do when I need to, but yet there's something about embodying and getting in touch with our own feminine, just divine and wisdom. And if you want to put on makeup for the day, listen, it takes like 5 minutes. And I'm like, oh, it shifts my being. And so I think it's okay to show up as both.
Right.
And some of us are stronger in one than the other. And it's not about like, this is how you do it. It's about finding what's your balance and then rocking that out to the world. There's the other piece that's so important. When you find like full acceptance of you, the judgment of others kind of falls away.
Right.
And so does maybe like the envy, right? If you're in like your workspace and you're like, oh, but people are doing all this in my upline and it doesn't feel right for you, but you want it because you want what they have. You can just kind of be like, all right, what's my goddess within representing? What is sometimes it's easier to be like, what is she needing? Because this is so
it's just like a little tweak.
Tiny bit. You're not like, well, what am I needing? Well, I'm needing money and I'm needing to make sales. And then it's like, well, what is she needing?
Ooh, I love that. That's almost like speaking to your inner child too. It's that slight shift where you're like, okay, I know how to serve other people better than I know how to serve myself. So what if I talk to myself as if?
And what if you stop thinking these voices that are talking to you are crazy?
stop.
And you start listening to them.
Right.
Because that's your unique spark in this world.
Right. Well, the reason I'm doing this summit is because I have to credit network marketing to discovering all of this, from tarot cards to business advice to like everything. So for me, like network marketing has opened the doors to all of this personal development for me. So I really appreciate you bringing that up. It's it's such beautiful work. And I guess that leads me to my next question for you, which is that not all of our listeners are in network marketing, but many of them are. And so because I have this soft spot for the mamas in network marketing, I'm curious if you have a couple pieces of advice for those mamas who are on the call or people who have mamas in their team. Either way.
Yeah, so I think, and to kind of wrap up your question from before, because I don't know if I really did, like the mama to the woman kind of thing. I think so many mamas are called to network marketing or to learning the skills that it takes to build a networking business and use it for themselves, because again, it kind of goes back to that, like, who am I and how am I serving the world and my family and myself? And network marketing really kind of creates that opportunity, as well as the business side of network marketing that's taught and to the community. And that's really, I think, kind of what we're looking for. So what would I offer to these women, these mama, and these men who are in there as like advice? I kind of think there's 3 important things. You have to honor your energy. You have to listen to your intuition. And you have to understand your own pressure centers. We are not built the same. We're not. And I think like these pressure centers, the way that I've come to know them, they show up in 2 different ways. And it's oftentimes the pressure to know versus the pressure to do. Some of us feel both very intensely. Some of us don't feel it at all. And some of us feel one more than the other. And it's like when you understand that. So if I can just take 30 seconds and touch on that pressure to do, because I think that's where so many of us get stuck when we are in business.
Yeah.
Especially when we're building our
my little guy. We're still listening. You want to sit with me, bud? Okay, just 2 more minutes. I'll help you find it in 2 more minutes. This is the reality of mama-ing right there. Bam.
This is finding that balance.
Okay, so come back to the pressure to do.
Yeah, so I think people experience pressure to do in mostly 1 or 2 ways. You either kind of show up fueling off the energy of other people. So that might be your upline, that might be your customers, that might be the people that you're here to serve. When you're connected with them, you feel on. And sometimes when you're not, you're like, I don't have any motivation. Other people, I think it's more like a cycle. Like some days their flip is switched on, some days it's off. And if it's off and you're being like, you're putting all of this pressure, you're feeling this pressure from other people to do, it's just not clicking. And I think that kind of goes into honoring your own personal energy. And that only happens, when you're really honest with what's going on inside.
Oh, yeah. Now he's banging. That's too funny. Hold on and mute for 1 second.
Yeah, absolutely.
That is too funny. I've scheduled all of these when I don't have those distractions in the house, but today it just felt right to have him here. So here we are making it work.
It's not just real life thing.
I love that. I love so much of what you said. And the pressure to do, until you tap in and feel it from like your deep center, the doing is just, it's not even worth it. Like you can't just take the action steps without the foundational spiritual soul heart connection to the work. It has to come back to that.
Yeah, and honoring, all right, today is not my day. So if I push through it, I'm actually burning the energy reserves that are meant for me maybe tomorrow.
Yep. Beautiful.
It's about like working when you're inspired.
Yeah. And that's such a great part of our business in particular, is that we can work when we're inspired. You know, it's our story, and we create it to be what we want it to be. Thank you so much. I feel like we could talk forever and ever and ever, but before he, like, I don't know, bangs a hole through a window or something.
I know. So let me end with this then. I pulled 2 cards for us today. Because sometimes it's not about making the answer happen in your head. It's about opening to whatever the answer is.
So sometimes, or kind of all the time.
Yeah. One of the potential questions you had is like, how do you do like basically a kick-ass 2017? How do you do for that? And so the first card I pulled was Eternal Love. I don't know if you can see that with the light. And I think that this is about remembering, like, this is honoring your energy. Am I in a loving state, or am I in a needing state? And honoring when you're in a needing state, because you're not serving your people then. The second one I pulled, because I was like, there's something even more important, is this one. And it is, you and your loved ones are safe. And this is about...
I think you picked that one for me today.
They so go hand in hand. When you're coming from a fear state of like, am I providing for my family? Am I doing it right? You're caught up in this like tornado in your head, right? And like when you open to like, if this is on my divine path, all will be well. Somebody told me this saying once, and it is, you may be poor, but you're never broke. And I was like, there's such a difference, because it's that reminder that there is always more to come to you. There's always that coming in.
I love that distinction too. I mean, just like, and your whole concept of opening too. Just open to it. You don't have to, you don't need the pressure of figuring it out. Just open to it. Just open up and let those be your answers. What beautiful advice for 2017. What a fabulous way to move into the new year, just with this intention of deep love and knowing that you're safe and that you're on the right path.
Yeah. Your inner goddess is always there with you. You are never alone, even when it feels lonely.
So beautiful. Thank you so, so much. People now know where to find more about you from the links. And like I said, go check out her website, because
I've got
so good
resources. I've got paid resources. I've got one-on-one. Like whatever is right and well for you in this moment, it's there for you.
It's there. It is. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Thank you. Bye to you. Bye to your little one. Bye, everybody.
I don't think anything broke.
That's a win. That's a huge parenting business / everything win. Have a beautiful day.
Celebrate the wins.
Bye, love.
Bye.